So, I have been sitting here for the longest time wondering how I should start this video. Already, you could probably tell that I've gained weight, a lot of weight. Noticeable, well, it is a lot of weight. It's noticeable weight now. So, the last video I did, I think it was in April. Things were going extremely well. I was happy. I was going out every weekend. I was seeing my friends every weekend. I was meeting new people. I was totally enjoying being away from Davey. And, you know, it's like when people are depressed, they seek food. Well, it's the same way with celebrating, I guess, because we would go out and eat probably every weekend, go to a bar or club every Friday and Saturday night, and it caught up with me really quickly. I got tired of it. I started seeing a 23-year-old boy because he was the complete opposite of Davey. So yeah, things ended, I guess a couple of months ago. I don't know. I knew it wasn't going to last. It was pretty much just for fun. So in June we had our summer camp for middle school. It was the whole month of June, and it wasn't too bad. I loved it. It was really fun. And my supervisor said that we would lose 10 pounds without even trying. I didn't. I actually gained 10 pounds. At the very end of camp, the very last day, that Friday, like 30 minutes before we were going to go home, and I didn't even get this told directly to me, she told us that we were going to have the whole first week of July off, which means without pay. So that was shocking because the second weekend in July, maybe the third, I don't know, I think it was the 21st of July, so it was the third weekend of July. I had the 311 show in Atlanta the whole weekend. So, I mean, I had to juggle my finances around and everything. That was very stressful, because I wasn't expecting that at all. Nobody was. One of my coworkers, she has 6 kids. I mean, she was freaked out. And so we got back the second week, and we worked. I got back from the 311 show that Monday. Then Tuesday morning, she called all of us and said that if she had no more money in the budget for summer hours for our department, and that we would only have 20 hours a week each to start out with. Okay, well, I decided I wouldn't go into work that day. I would just, since I commute 30 minutes, just, you know, do all of my hours at once at the end of the week, finish my hours after that Monday. The next day she called and said that she got another budget monthly report, and that everybody just had 7 hours a week. And then 2 hours later, she said that nobody had any hours. And she's the only salaried worker. We're only contract workers. So we don't get any benefits. We don't get health insurance, vacation, sick leave, anything like that. So this was so unexpected. So we were like, are we ever going to work again? And the new fiscal year starts October 1st, which is in, I guess, 2 weeks. And she said, no, not until October 1st when the new budget comes in. So I was unexpectedly out of work for 2 months. She didn't give us any heads up to start saving or anything like that. She did not tell us this when we were hired in January. And it really freaked me out. I got recently a nanny gig watching 2 adorable twins. They're so cute. But in between now and then, I didn't have anything. I had, some in savings, not much at all. So my dad's been helping me out. My landlord's been really awesome. But obviously, that comes with a lot of stress. So here's the root of my video, and I'm going to be as candid as possible. I've talked with some people on Facebook about this, but most people don't know that I've been struggling with this for about a year. It started when I graduated last May, and I couldn't find a job. I graduated with 2 degrees, and even Walmart wouldn't hire me because they knew I would go elsewhere if I found another job, and they're right. So I looked and looked and looked. I got stressed out. I started drinking daily. At first it was a bottle of wine. Then Davey and I started having really, really, really bad problems at the end of the year, close to Christmas. Things got really bad. And so to block him out, I started having a bottle and a half. Then it got to 2. Since then, I didn't really drink that much at home once he left and we separated and I moved. But then the heavy drinking started on the weekends with my friends and going out and everything. And then to stave off the shakes, I would get some wine pretty much every day. So that continued on. I continued to function at work just fine. What's really sad is I'm in substance abuse. I know that it's not the right way to cope. I know that. But I don't think I was in the right mind frame to get everything together yet. Like I did before, like when I started my gastric bypass journey, losing all this weight, I was so motivated, I was determined. I did my Excel spreadsheets every day, I weighed every day. And I just quit doing that once I started staying at home because of my hours being cut. And because of that, I got severely depressed and I started drinking even more. So, and I was spending so much money a week online. I didn't drink hard liquor. I didn't drink beer. I drank red wine. And I would quit for a few days, like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days a few months ago, and it wasn't that bad. I would have shakes and really bad insomnia, but in night sweats, but it wasn't that bad. I could deal with it. This weekend I went on a bender, like a 3-4 bottle a night bender. Because it's getting close to the end of the month and everything is just, I I've gained so much weight. I can't fit into my work clothes. I'm pretty much stuck home alone. I can't see my friends anymore, so I'm isolated. I don't know. I went just like so super happy to 180 degrees the opposite, and it just hit me. So Saturday I wasn't feeling well at all, and I told the kid's dad that I had a migraine, which was true. I did have an extreme headache. I don't take migraine meds anymore. I haven't had them since I left Davy. So I went and got some wine to self-medicate my headache, which made it even worse the next day. But I got up and I went to work the next day. I went to their house. They live about 30 minutes from me. I think I stopped drinking about 12 o'clock that night. Passed out, and I woke up at 6:30 and got up at 7:30. Drove to their house. I was fine from 9 to 11, and then like the room started spinning. I was in the kitchen, the room started spinning. I felt like I was gonna faint. I couldn't hear out of my right ear, and everything seemed to go into slow motion. And I had to hold on to the counter or I would have fallen. And I was the only one there with them. So I got really, really scared. I drank some juice just thinking that it might be low blood sugar. The juice didn't help. Crackers didn't help. So I had to call him and tell him that I had to go home. So this is so hard to admit. I got home yesterday about noon. I had about 2 more glasses of wine in the bottle. I was shaking very badly. I mean, like shaking. So I drank that to prevent the shakes and help me feel better. I felt better for maybe 2 hours, and I told myself that this is it. This is rock bottom, and I can't do this anymore. So I talked to my friend, and she agreed with me that I needed to go get help. So I went to the ER last night, and I got put on Librium. They gave me Ativan just to help me get through last night because, you know, I've been drinking for a year, almost nightly, and I was very terrified of seizures and hallucinations and dying. I mean, I'm here by myself, you know, so if I died, nobody would know. So that scared me. That really, really scared me. And so the ER staff, the nurses, they were wonderful. The doctor, she prescribed me Librium. And like I said, I took Ativan last night. And today it's okay. I couldn't sleep last night. I went to bed about 2 o'clock because I figured the later I go to bed, the more tired I'll be, and that's not true. I slept maybe a total of 30 minutes. Things kept on scaring me in the night. I would fall asleep and then I would wake up thinking that something was crawling on me or looking at me. I would hear footsteps in the house. And so yeah, I got up at 6:30 this morning. I got 2 cups of coffee, took a shower, got ready. I went to the store to get my prescription, grocery shopped. I did all my healthy grocery shopping today because I'm turning my life around today. I'm getting my life back. But the meds, they're anti-anxiety meds, and it knocked me out cold for like 2 hours. And after that, I felt well enough to clean the house and do things. I'm still shaking. My head is still hurting. I don't have the heart pounding I had. Yesterday, I had really bad nausea, chest pains, a huge headache, really violent shaking, but my blood pressure and heart rate was fine at the ER. So I was a little shocked at that. But yeah, I know I'm not out of the woods yet. They say that the third day is the worst, and that's tomorrow. Pretty much tomorrow night. So I'm having a friend come stay with me tomorrow night, just to watch me. So yeah, that's what's going on. And you know all those cute things on Pinterest, like the crafts and things like that, where you can put the corks in the vase and hot glue the corks on picture frames or whatever. I've saved the corks from all the bottles that I've had ever since the end of April when I moved in. And this isn't even counting the screw top wine bottles. So it's two bags of corks. And I'm really ashamed that I wanted to tell everybody. And, you know, just like you turn to food when you're sad or happy, you turn to alcohol when you're sad or happy, or even exercise or things like that. I'm not perfect. I never said I was. I was determined at first. And, you know, I don't want to make excuses because I did this to myself. This is because of my choices, so I have to pay the consequences. And I've got to live with it, but I'm ready to turn my life around. I'm ready to get it back. From my, not my lowest weight, but the weight I was maintaining like 130 to 134, and I was very happy there. I didn't like it at 126. I wanted to stay at 130, 134. Over the past year, since last May when I graduated, I have gained 40 pounds. And that's so hard to say. And really, I've gained the last 20 in the last 2 months. So that's where I'm at right now, and I hope to start vlogging again because I really need support in this. To get my APS at work, I'm required to go to alcoholic abuse meetings. So that's going to be very helpful. I've got to go to that 2 days a week, pretty much every week, because my certification has to be done by January. So that's going to be good. I'm going to limit the people I hang out with. I don't really hang out with anybody in the past 2 months because I've been stuck here, but you know, once work starts, I can't hang out with the same people that I did before. They're enablers. They would say, hey, try this drink. Here, just have this drink. I can't do that. I can't hang out with them anymore. But I went to the grocery store today, and I looked at the wine aisle, and I was just like, I don't even want it. I'm done. I am so done. I feel like it's ruined my life, and it took me to go to the hospital by myself because I was so scared. I don't want anybody feeling like that. It's not worth it. It's not. All the money spent down the drain, all your health problems that's going to come with it. My esophagus and uvula is so red. It hurts to swallow. And I know it's because of the alcohol. But this has gone on enough. What? It's gone on long enough. So, I really don't want to hear any hate. Now's not the time for me to hear hate. I need positivity and encouragement. So thanks for watching. Bye.